Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mars coming at you over the interwave with another Starcraft 2 cast. This one's sent in by members of the community to castit.reddit.com. If you'd like to have your games cast, upload it to ggtracker, drop.sc, or whichever replay drop site you prefer. Link it in castit.reddit.com, and a member of the community, myself or someone else, we'll get around to casting it. Maybe it has happened that something has been linked in that thread where I've cast it, and at the end they're like, yeah, that was shit, and then it may just stay there. So if you do submit something, make sure it's cool. Like, why would you just submit a random ladder game? Anyway, over here on the southeast corner of Ruins of Endion, we have Tenagra? Right, I fucked that up. And over here on the southeast side, we have the equally Zerg Jobless. So, welcome to Ruins of Endion, you two. We have a pretty mirrored openings. We have a hatchery 23, so they both went hatch first. It's just that Jobless took his gas just a little bit sooner than Tenagra did. So ZVZ on Ruins of Endion, and we're not getting cheesed, or at least not rushed, I should say. There are still opportunities for cheese, I suppose. I don't know how many opportunities for cheese do we really still have left. I don't know. Like early roach lurker things could be something. So Jobless scouts what's happening in his opponent's base, whereas Tenagra sees that well, it was a hatch first, so both pretty much have the same information, and Tenagra is getting 4 Zerglings and speed, whereas opponent only gets 2. So we're pretty equal on both sides, and if there's a queen out to greet these 4 Zerglings, then Jobless should be just fine. Now, I wasn't paying attention when this was loading, or at least I was paying attention, and then I had to go do something else, so I forgot which league this is. So this is a league. These guys are good or bad corresponding to whatever league this is in. Maybe we can see by spending rates or whatever, or by what was the APM tab? Nope, I forgot. That's a pause key. This is it. Yeah, there we go. So they're not Grandmaster, let's put it that way. Baneling list coming up for Tenagra, whereas Jobless is getting a Roach Warren. So there is the opportunity, both keeping their Zerglings at home. Nobody's sending anything out, that's curious. But there's the chance to hit with Banelings before a relevant number of Roaches are out for Tenagra. So we'll see if he can do that. Speed down for both sides here. A little bit of oversaturation here. What is this? An evolution chamber. Are we combining this with upgrades, or are we dropping something? Okay, and here comes Tenagra, moving in with his Zerglings, and there's not enough Zerglings to counter him, and there he comes morphing in the Banelings exactly on the door front of his opponent, and there are no Roaches out, but there will be by the time these Banelings do pop. Oh, and no, they get surrounded right away, meaning that the Zerglings are in fact more efficient against them. Oh, and a lovely detonation on the drones. Let's see just how many drones we lost. 13 workers killed, bloody hell. 33 workers against 19, so we have attack advantage for Jobless, but other than that, he is pretty boned. Oh, that was a nice attack by Tenagra there. Hitting early enough that the Roaches weren't yet in the same place, and they are a lot better in bigger groups, minimizing surface area on those Zerglings, but instead those two roaches got caught right here, and then the rest sort of caught up, and he could split up his banelings to go in his opponent's mineral line. And now Tenagra gets a third, which is seen by Jobless. And yeah, he's no, he's going to try to macro up again. He's building 8 drones, getting back to 26. But yeah, this is a pretty scary time for Jobless. Tenagra got that roach warren, also going to get that evolution chamber, possibly going to go for upgrades. Has the lair almost, so he can get the roach speed. Your opponent definitely does not have yet, and this is always such a annoying situation. You're sitting over here and you're like, I need to build an army because my opponent can come over at any point in time to kill me. But you need workers as well because your opponent killed 13 of them and he's got the economic advantage. And if he doesn't come now, then he's going to have been able to build up a far larger army. Pushes away an overlord and moves out himself. This time he also has the banelings though, so let's see if we can make something of this. Give a quid pro quo. We've got 50 army supply versus 30, and I think this is the first Tenagra sees of his opponent moving in. There's his opponent's banelings, and if he can use his roaches, oh well, no, there goes all your banelings, but he does have the roach supply, and he does have the upgrade lead as well as 2 ravagers who do have higher DPS than just roaches. So Tenagra is in trouble, and he's building 11 roaches right now. But if he can take care of the roaches that are here right now, these 11 roaches are not going to be enough. But we have a split DPS. Ooh, taking out the eggs right there. That is a very nice trick, making sure that these roaches will never actually be. And oh, this is hard to see under these overlords, but the ravagers do get one last shot off, but they don't go anywhere useful. And this is no, with these zerglings reinforcing things, this should be enough for Jobless. Only 2 roaches remaining. No, 2 more being spawned right there, but it's right on top of the army, meaning that they get killed before they can do anything very useful. Now it's just zerglings of Jobless running rampant in what's left of the mineral line of Tenagra, which is much, to be honest, and just killing the roaches piece by piece as they do spawn. But with this 5 roaches, he does actually manage to get his army back together enough to push away these zerglings. Zerglings get into the mineral line of the 3rd, and it's now 24 workers to 26. So Jobless, did he do enough of a good job in equalizing that? Well, yes and no, because his opponent is on the 3rd base, so he's got more larvae. Well, he will be as soon as he gets his queens back, at least. And he's got the tech advantage because his opponent does have roach speed. But the workers are pretty even again. But as Tenagra replenishes his drones, Jobless is sticking on the 26, building some spine crawlers in defense for the counterattack which he's expecting to come but isn't, and building up his army supplies. So he's once against 47 against 23, and what okay, yep, that was a mistake. This guy is also a mistake, probably. What are you doing? You're gonna build a proxy spine crawler there? Oh, there's another one. I think this is just yeah, I think that's just a mistake. Okay, it's getting his 3rd, and Tenagra sees this. Tenagra still 10 army supply or behind, or 10 worker supply ahead and 10 army supply behind. And the problem is that he doesn't really see when his opponent moves out. Like last time, he didn't have the heads up for when he needed to start pushing out army units. And he still doesn't. He doesn't have the Tenagra tower. He doesn't have an Overlord floating here. So the first thing he's going to notice of when his opponent is in there is when he is right on top of his base. But now there's enough roaches to really stand up to this, and if he doesn't stay in these corrosive balls, which he does, he should have a decent chance. The corrosive balls do absolutely make a mess of his army, and Jobless is winning the roach fight right here. We've got, yeah, 1-0 for both sides. But we've got spine crawlers right here. Spine crawlers. Oh, and now you're trapped between spine crawlers and your opponent's roaches. We've got reinforcements on the way for Jobless. Is this going to be enough? There goes one Ravager. Oh, and he nearly ravages his own units, but he doesn't. Building more Ravagers to maybe take out these spine crawlers. And 48 to 38, and we've got 9 roaches on the way for Tenagra and 10 Zerglings for Jobless. You do want Zerglings in the case of the attacker here because of the distance you do have to cover in order to get here. You want that to be done fast, and as mentioned, Jobless does not have roach speed. Tenagra, on the other hand, can pump roaches full time as long as he has the minerals and gas to do so, at least, because his reinforcement distance is just a lot shorter. Takes out the one spine crawler, but the army does move in, and do they stay in the... No, he gets out of corrosive pile. Zergling's not doing anything on the side, and now it looks like Tenagra has enough roaches to... to push this back, and he very nicely pulled back just far enough to make sure that Jobless did indeed corrosive pile his own Zerglings, and Jobless is in a heap of problems now. He's down in workers, he's down in tech, he's got pretty much half the worker supply. He does have 2 spine crawlers, but if his opponent just says, yeah, you can go back behind your spine crawlers, I'm going to go kill this base, there is nothing that Jobless can do. Second attack upgrade almost done for Tenagra as well. And things are looking exceedingly good for a Jobless. Yep, there's that second attack upgrade. The Ravagers, if used correctly, can still pull him back into this fight, but it's going to be tough. Those corrosive valves don't. Well, one of them does kind of hit something. The second one, nope. And GG. There you go. Tenagra in your face with all the roaches, and Jobless is indeed defeated. It is a close one, it's true, but yeah, with 10 workers difference, 50 army supplies to 6. Sorry Jobless, it was a good game, but GG.